Hello, Kanbei. I remember your name because I'm looking at it right now. Welcome back to Nioh.
Nice chef hat.
It's more like a beret, but yeah, I can kind of see that.
He's busy making your nugs.
Nugs. So every segment has the new area, and then the bunch of side quests that you do beforehand. We've done the side quests, let's see the new area. So, you know how you've been wondering how William deals with the language barrier?
A cat clock. Hanzo's ways are curious indeed.
Is the cat's eyes look a little weird to me, like they're going in two different directions?
My brain hurts!
What a rad-ass cat.
Did you lose your eye in transformation?
It is a story that has to do with a very specific kind of Nekomata, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. They actually make reference to that story in Muramasa the Demon Blade as well. Here's your basic conflict for what's going on in Japan. Basically, the war with, the previous war with Nobunaga's ambitions caused a lot of death, which attracted a lot of negative energy. And now Kelly's like,
I swear, Nobunaga is the source of all problems in ancient Japan.
It's great, isn't it? Because I played Onimusha back in the day, and Nobunaga was also the problem of everything there.
The fact that he's such a problem makes me kind of love the character. He just walked in, just started shrugging like, sorry guys, I'm Nobunaga!
I think you'll enjoy the character's rendition in this game.
Oh yeah, of course he's gonna be in this game. Nobunaga's like the most, I guess, I wouldn't say famous, infamous historic character in Japan history.
By the way, William's not doing this mission.
What happened to his hair?
That is Hattori Hanzo. Well, a skin of Hattori Hanzo. So, I've beaten this game before, twice, on a new file. I didn't realize that, a very specific set of items that you get access to 3 or 4 updates from now lets you get access to character skins. I didn't realize that transfers over on a new game. I'm going to have fun with this.
So in canon, instead of William learning Japanese, it's Hattori Hanzo learning Irish.
Pretty much. So enjoy, wow, I'm really bad with names, fucking, shit. Hanzo. Enjoy Hanzo's adventure as he handles this mission. Now, I do gotta say, I'm impressed with how much they handled the custom system, because every model in the game that has a model, right down to Kelly, to Hanzo, to Tomei, they all have unique models. They're all fully rendered to not fucking wig out in combat. They have their own battle cries and voice acting. Every NPC you see in this game has a disguise skin that you could use and just fuck around with.
Was that really necessary?
It saves time, Travis.
Sure it does.
When you're LPing, every second counts. Think of the speedrunners, Travis. We have to save the frames. By the way, that's a dick move. Those bats will hit you into the wall, and if you don't roll backwards, you fall and basically kill yourself.
Yep. That's Dark Souls, alright.
Mm-hmm. But then again, we have dick moves too.
Kevin, are you okay? Oh, we're being attacked! Oh!
Interesting note, when you headshot someone, they can't be headshot until they stand right the fuck back up. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Time to go. You know what would be really good here? A spear.
What yeah, you think so. Wherever could you get one, Wang?
I don't know. I sure wish I had one. I am very much a person of habit. My last playthrough had the twin blades, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna use the fucking twin blades because it's what I know. Once I start recording though, I'm going straight to the spear to fucking get some variety.
the LP curse. You never play the way that's correct when you're LPing, and a lot of times this is when you run into the glitches and you die to things that never kill you. That is the LP curse. See, I'll keep on saying it just as a gamer. I think it's a little weird when people say you're playing this wrong when you're beating the game. Because I feel like you're beating the game regardless, and it's enjoyable to watch.
We'll see how people respond to how I play with this encounter. Because if you look there, this guy says, "Fucking wall staring at me, what are you looking at, you piece of shit?" Because,
red reticle, that's not even close. And it's got, oh, I just noticed the eyes.
This is in Muramasa the Demon's Blade, this is in Okami, this is in La Mulana 2, and it's here.
It's also in Mario. It's called a thwomp.
Can you guess what's gonna happen here? Later, bud.
Ah, I love the respect.
Emoticons matter in this game. The Nurikabe are a guessing game with your emoticons. Depending on what you do, they will respond positively or negatively. You get one freebie chance to pick one, and if you fail both times, he punches the fuck out of you. And you can fight him
random, or is it like the same every time you play it?
I've looked it up and it says it's based on the eyes, but last time I tried that, I failed super fucking hard. So I just go with my gut and just fucking deal. But yeah, like, you could totally just be like, "Hey, Nurikabe, peace out." And he's like, "Yeah, peace, bro, see you later." Now,
or you say, "Peace out," and he's just like, "Peace with my fist!"
Exactly. Now, with Nurikabe, if you do the emoticon thing, you get all the rewards for free. You just forfeit the souls. If you fight him, you get the souls, you just lose a couple drops. The drops, I don't know if they're worth it. They're materials, sure, but much like everything else in this game, you can get them anywhere else. So I think it's a neat mechanic, personally. I like the fact that in this game, emotes matter.
Emotes always matter.
Yeah.
There's a game you're playing currently that emotes matter.
I'm trying to figure out what aside from this.
Monster Hunter World.
Oh yeah, huh? You know, it's funny. I wondered what the fuck the point was of the Ninja DLC until I was watching this dude who was like, he was like fucking Hunter rank 15 in day one of the PC release, and I watched him set up bombs. And I'm like, what the fuck's he doing with that emote? Oh my god, did that emote damage? What the fuck?
Oh, I'll explain one that's even more interesting. The Behemoth DLC, the main bad guy, or at least main big DLC monster that everyone's having a hard time killing. It has an attack that if you don't hide behind a rock, a specific rock, it auto-kills you and everyone in the field. Actually, everyone on the map. But there's one other way to avoid it. There's an emote that makes you jump into the air, and you can dodge it if you time your emote correctly.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, actually. So yeah, we killed the boss, super easy.
Now we kill the yokai.
Come here, baby. I'm going to send you home with a bullet. Nah,
I'll bring you to the mafia worms.
Get the fuck out of here, kid. This is the second game in a row I've LP'd where I seek out little green dudes.
And probably the second game in a row where they get eaten by something much larger.
I seriously doubt there's a yokai that's gonna eat 326 kid spirits.
I mean, in Japanese lore, I believe there are yokai that eat other yokai, so...
Yeah?
I just love this idea. I love this idea of I'm going to use the ancient spirit of the wind to buff my sword. Is the most video game shit ever, I have to admit.
Keep in mind that is the most video game shit as well because the more you kill, the longer it stays on the field.
It's like Punisher mode in the Punisher game.
I'm really bad at keeping it going. I get 3 kills at most.
And then cry.
So, you don't see it because I don't know how to look up, but we kind of unlocked a shortcut.
Did you?
You remember the bats?
Yes.
We unlocked a landing pit below them, so if we're starting from the beginning, we could just drop there. Oh, here's a really mean tutorial. This is... You'll see what I mean.
Because it's mean.
Hot spring.
Why didn't you try it in all of your armor?
So... Catboy tries to tell you to go to the hot spring, but there's a dude sitting right there.
Yeah.
That's not the dirty trick. Look off in the hill.
As soon as you crawl in, you just get waylaid.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate the dick design because even though this is mean, it's fair. Because you can see them, but you're just like, ah, tutorial segment, let's chill. Oh no, I'm getting owned for life.
It'd be great if the spirit was like, oh no, no.
Oh no, sorry friend. Didn't realize you were playing a Dark Souls game.
Sorry, that would actually heal your wounds if you took your armor off, but you kept it on. That's really weird.
Interestingly enough, William actually takes off his armor to Hot Spring, but we're not playing William, we're playing Hanzo.
I have to say, these are the laziest ninjas I've ever seen. Every single one of them's just been kind of sitting there like, man, what does time feel like? Oh, that's a weird-looking corpse.
Well, technically they're not ninjas, they're Ronin. They're like the hyper-crime lords that the kid was supposed to take out but never did.
I'm gonna steal that name for hyper-crime lords for a video game group I made. That just is a great name.
Well, if you get me a seat in the group, I'll let you have it.
I'll consider it.
Welcome to the Hyper-Crime Lords LP of Skies of Arcadia 2.
Don't even talk about that. That's not cool.
Yeah.
I'll never get it.
I know, and that was a really good game. Like, I still look back fondly on that game.
Speaking of JRPGs where status effects actually make a difference.
Yeah. One of 3 next to the Shin Megami Tensei series.
Yep.
I don't know why Japan has such a bug up its ass over status effects. This is just dumb.
That's just dirty. Dirty D.
Never did get this item. Worthless.
That spirit seemed excited about it. I mean, he held on to it to death.
I'm going to hang on to my fucking light stone. It will be great. Welcome to basically the second half of the level, I want to say. No, I'll say the second of third. Because there is one more set piece after this.
Of course, the ghouls have to be spooky because they can run around on all 4s.
Yeah, it's very Sadako, isn't it? These guys actually suck for me to fight because of how very specific I play the game. Twin Blades, medium stance, only has horizontal slices. I have a very hard time aiming down.
I wonder if they had some kind of other weapon to try.
Oh, you mean like a hammer? Yeah, hammer would be good.
Yeah, no, but you know, there might be a weapon nearby that could definitely help with that.
I have no idea what you're talking about, man. I just have these swords and this bow.
Your bow seems awfully pointy and spear-like.
What? No, that's my flintlock. Come on, man.
Alright.
Gotta pay attention here. So here's an interesting arena that took me a really long time on my first playthrough to figure out. That is a reference to the boss of this area.
So these are the things they say, like, right before they pass.
Yep. Their lingering hate.
It was Nobunaga again, wasn't he? Just walking around going, I killed you!
Do you like my kimono? Time to die. Now that I didn't know until doing this LP. You could, if you see the bats, you could trigger them.
I mean, each person's interpretation of Oda's different. Now I'm just imagining him as a super flamboyant, trollish human being. Oh, I killed another one!
That puts me up to 5 today. Oh, I'm so bad.
Oh, I'm so evil. Run, Mono, tell me how evil I am. Very evil, sir. I know.
I'm basically imagining Nobunaga like that fishneck stocking dude in One Piece.
Which one?
I don't know.
Oh, you're probably talking about Einakov, probably.
Probably. This fight is usually tough because if you go in without realizing there's other people, you'll have a bowman shooting at you, and then one of those crawly dudes will come in and command grab you. Let's just not.
Can you be hit while you're command grabbed?
No, but their command grabs are mean because they either poison you or just, I believe we saw it in the first episode, beat you across the head with a rock. Now there is a mean secret boy here. Because he's hiding.
Kill him. Kill him, kill him. Aw.
Why are you so okay with child murder, Travis? Was that? No, I don't think it's a Nirikabe. I thought one of the walls had eyes, but I think it was just weird texture flubbing.
Only the hills have eyes. Oh, there he is. Oh, I heard something.
I do like the fact that if they fail their ambushes, they more than often fall over and you're just like, just fucking stay on the ground. We're done here.
I find it funny that they have these enemies that probably don't have much of a thought process, like these ghouls, for example. Sitting there going, oh, the samurai's coming, I'm gonna hide around a corner.
Big ass skeleton. I personally have trouble with these guys because their initial wide swing always messes with me. I feel like if I don't know, blocked, it wouldn't be a problem, but I keep forgetting I can block in this game. It's really a consequence of playing all the previous Demon Souls. Because if you play enough of that game, it becomes memory of just fucking dodge, don't bother with anything else. And in this game, blocking is viable. I just never do it.
What would these small swords do to a skeleton, exactly?
I don't know. Death by 1,000 cuts? Because you're going to be using 1,000 cuts.
What are you're just cutting their bones?
Yep.
I hope you enjoy this warning about the impending boss battle. Woohoo.
I do gotta say, the Hanzo skin is probably one of my favorites, just because I like how simple his design is. What's happening here?
Stop! I loved him! Blur!
You say that. Because apparently by that's the one skeleton that actually cares about his buddies. Every other bandit's just like, ah, Rick's dead again. That skeleton's like, you killed my buddy, now you gonna pay.
I like how his torso's still alive.
Yeah, the skeleton knockdown animation is really good because they basically disassemble and then reassemble. I like the detail they put into this game. I don't know what's going on in my head. I think I was looking for extra stuff, but when I was recording, I was still like, there's got to be more stuff here. Like, last level of that whole area I missed. Fuck, where is it? Where's the goods? There's no goods here.
So there's a little disappointment that the items are random drops. Because I guess it gives it's a advantage and disadvantage because you have the trade-off that it gives replay value. You never know what you're gonna get. At the same time, it was nice sometimes to know, hey, if I go to this part of the level and go here, I know I'm gonna get the great scythe, like things like that.
It is fun routing your game and to get exactly what you need, and you just don't get that feeling here in this game.
Also, I have to question, the fall you made earlier in the game, or what was it last video, was the same distance and you took no damage, but that fall you did take damage?
I didn't even notice taking damage. Yeah, there is fall damage in this game, but I never really noticed.
It had a big number 90 pop up above your head.
Well, that sucks. But here, we
Good
get
to know.
a special boy.
Look at that boy! Big fat frog teacup thing.
I don't even know what those dudes are. I'm okay with calling them frog boys. I do have to say I like the level design in this game a lot. I find that, it's really hard to see level design in other games. I remember trying to get back into Bravely Default on the 3DS. And I do like the characterization in Bravely Default, at least. But one of the big things that bugged me about the game is that there is no real level design in that game. Because in that game, while it looks like it's an actual area, the path is basically go straight or take a fork and get a prize. Repeat 8 times. This game, it kind of feels like there's a distinct amount of areas and levels that you can work with.
Of course, you have to question this area's function.
Yeah, because this area is exclusively to get your checkpoint.
I guess this is supposed to operate as some sort of mine or bandit hideout or something.
So I'm going to get this wrong, so feel free to correct me. You have carte blanche to correct me here. I believe this area was a mining area that got overran by the yokai, by deeper parts by the yokai, but the surface area is populated by bandits because they're just like, look at these empty caves. We can hide from our crimes here. You get the quick draw with the twin swords.
If only we were hyper crime lords, this wouldn't be a problem.
Then we would lord over our crimes.
If I was a kid and it was the 90s, I would buy the shit out of hyper crime lord action figures.
Yeah. Here's a dumb skill I never use because I forget it exists, but it's really practical actually.
Ah, the Rononono Zoro move.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Zoro uses it? Huh.
He has all of the crazy slash moves.
By the way, you can parry in this game.
How did you stab me with the wood sword, then? It's better.
My goodness!
No, please. I have a wound there.
Oh, don't worry. It's good for both of us. Oh, God. We gotta stop.
I'm sorry, but your sparring partner died because his wounds wouldn't heal properly.
So this is the skill system. You can get multiple skills in this game and customize them to your liking.
That's a lot of skills!
He just left. But haven't we twice? People are going to hate us for these quotes because I hate myself already. It's such a bad movie.
You may call me Hanzo.
No. It's like, you may call me Kelly. I swing the Spirit Guardian and find the Amrita. But I am a nice guy. I think of happy things, like death to infidels.
Yokai. Yokai.
Amrita!
Go ahead and go watch that movie right now. And we'll wait.
We'll always be here. The pause button is wonderful. God, I remember showing one of my friends for that video for the first time, and she's like 28. The moment we got to the cow scene, she was upset.
I was upset too. I hate that scene.
If you're watching, hello, Shar.
Let me power up my swords before I shoot him in the face.
I mean, it does affect them.
That's a big yokai, baby.
These guys are tricky because their punches are longer than you'd expect, but they're big and stupid. I do like fighting them, though. He does have a mix-up game, you gotta be careful.
His eye just make him look a little goofy.
I know, right? Like, you ever play the game Pocky and Rocky back in the day, Travis?
No.
It was a shmup disguised as kind of like a beat-em-up game, and it was very heavily influenced by Japanese culture, such as this game. And I feel like a lot of the demon designs in this game channel just enough of that yokai's cartoony aspect that it reminds me of Pocky and Rocky a lot. Which also, a very good video game. I'd highly recommend trying it out. It's adorable. And the American box art had the unfortunate aspect of having the main gal look like Fran Drescher. What?
No.
I'm a little upset that my arrow phased right through a skeleton's head, but okay.
You don't fool me, skeleton ventriloquist.
That's a fucking... That's a...
Yeah.
That's a
We
fucking
are
Discord
both
name.
We are both protagonists, and
And
now
now
we're
we are
upside down.
I swing on Peter
The
Roll.
intro barrier to this episode is ridiculous.
You gotta know 3 different video games in the movie to understand the deep cuts we're making here. It is the unfortunate aspect of that this level is just that big enough that I can't cut the video in half, but also there's a lot to it.
It's general dungeon combat slog. At least it looks stylish and pretty.
The game is fun and very well, and, you know, looks nice to look at, but at some point you're just like, oh, time to shoot the yokai in the face again.
I have to say maybe it's just me, and I totally understand why sometimes people do it, but I do find that cave levels are overused and unfortunate sometimes in games. Because a lot of times they're very dull looking. Like, visually, there's not much to look at. And especially with the game you're trying to show off the visuals, having levels, like cave levels, kind of undervalues what you can do, I think. Like, if you make a cave level, put, like, you know, more of those glowing mushroom things that were there. Kind of light up the area. Give it more of a distinct look. But a lot of times in places like this, you can't really notice the cool details because it's just so grayed out.
Yeah. Great, like, the cave is basically the medieval sewer level. You can't really do much with the cave. Actually, I lied, because we're going to go to a cave either 1 or 2 updates from now, and it's far more interesting than this area based on some of the stuff they use. This cave is very cave. There's no story to it.
I have noticed that these yokai demon things are starting to pop up with heavier frequency at this point.
Yeah, because they're... I can't think of a good allegory for the Souls game. Heavy enemies? Like the best thing I can think of is Blue Eye Knights. They're the chuffy dudes that are meant to make you actually not just stroll through the area and think about fighting, but you can still chump them if you know what you're doing. You want to know the worst part about this cave level, Travis?
What?
There is no environmental storytelling at all. It is effectively an anime-ass filler level.
What a dick.
Which, like, Which is a shame. I feel like I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but I personally think this level in particular has the highest rate of turning off people from the game.
It's so early, too. Like, it's early enough to where someone gets to a certain point and they go, oh, that's cool, and then this happens.
Yeah, there's a lot of dick moves in this level. The level's not really not really inspired design, and you're still learning the game, so I feel like if they had put this anywhere else, it'd be fine. Right now, it just feels... it doesn't really hook you, you know? All the cool stuff happens later, which is almost sad.
A lot of times when people do that kind of stuff, it's too late. Like, I ran into that issue with, like, Final Fantasy 13, because I remember how pretty the game was supposed to be, but I couldn't tell for the first 40 hours.
Which one was 13? Was that the MMO, or was that Van Penelo?
That was Lightning and...
Oh, I couldn't get in that. Also, I'm a little sad that the yokai didn't respond to my whistle. Hey man, I'm trying to catcall you, pay attention to me.
Hey, sorry I couldn't hear you, only got the one eye.
Oh god, what is that a reference to? I know that line.
Harvey Birdman, attorney at law.
Yeah, huh. I think I remember now. I miss that show so much.
You know they're coming out with a new one.
Sweet.
It's called Harvey Birdman, District Attorney. Because Phil Kent 7 becomes the president.
Nice. Batman!
Oh, my dick!
Yeah, oh, see what I mean about the text being slightly longer than you'd expect?
Alright, back to doing nothing.
Well, protagonist is dead. We win. So usually I would edit the run back very heavily, but there is something I want to show off here of an enemy that I was trying to find initially and I just forgot where it was. So we're going to see a little bit of the run back because as I mentioned before, this level has a high turn away rate. The run back to the boss in this level really sucks.
So let's watch.
It's not as bad because I try to avoid some of them. But if we go over here, we see a unique enemy.
Can't hit what you can't see. Ow, ow.
So the Kappa is your pinata, your prize buddy.
Your crystal lizard.
Yeah, that's a good allegory for it actually. But they fight back.
Oh, and 3 they fight back too.
Oh yeah, I forgot. They have a few attacks, but they have a very humiliating command grab. I am going to hate the reference I'm going to make, but it's like the one that everybody that watches this is going to get. You remember early on in Naruto when they first meet Kakashi?
Oh, he gives you a concho?
He gives you a concho. I died 2 other times to this guy.
I hope this big guy gives you a concho.
That would really fucking hurt. If he does it with the horn, too.
It's weird to think that an entire country's tradition is sticking your finger up a person's anus while they're not suspecting it. That just... I don't know who can... No, it was probably Nobunaga. I'm gonna bet it's Nobunaga that came up with that.
I believe it.
Walking through his camp army, like, rather dominating things. Maybe that's why Mitsuhide ended up assassinating him, because he did it one time, he's just like, God showed you! And then everyone started laughing and then conjuring Mitsuhide for weeks, while he glared at Nobunaga, planning his demise.
So viewers, if you know the history of the concho, please let us know in the comments.
You know what? Don't let us know, because you're gonna let us know, so we're not gonna ask.
Okay, this is just gonna be fucking annoying at this rate. So I'm gonna say right now, I like this boss design.
Oh,
the fight concept.
Boss arena as hell.
I don't like the combat design, and I will explain after our designated first death.
We do this for you. We're obviously not dying on accident.
No, well, let's be real, I'm gonna die a lot. This, though, kind of serves why people bounce off this level.
So would you say the boss is also a barrier to entry?
Yes, because it's, in a way, unfair. Not entirely, but the mechanic of the boss is something that leaves a sour taste in some people's mouth. For those that don't know, one of my buddies, Thorn, played this game after I was playing a long bit of it, and Thorn bounced off it hard. That sounds weird.
I wonder if it's some sort of peacock-like creature.
That's a fucking pull. I do gotta say, the cutscenes are pretty fucking cool in this game. You know, for the longest time I thought this was a Tengu. I was hella wrong.
Oh, that's definitely not a Tengu. Hey, girl.
Yeah. I think it's because of the umbrella wings, but yeah. Say hello to the Hino-Enma. Be prepared to guess its mechanic. Because, I'm gonna get it pretty hard at some point. She doesn't have a lot of HP looking at how much damage I've dealt to him by comparison to Onryoki. But I'm gonna get it bad right about now.
What did that do? I couldn't tell.
It was paralysis. I preempted it.
So it stuns and then slams you full force.
Yep. So I didn't die to the paralysis mechanic, but when you're first playing this game, you're not aware that this boss has a paralysis mechanic. You have no reliable way to frequently buy paralysis needles at this point in the game. You have at most 5 from doing this dungeon. Trying to learn this boss with the paralysis mechanic and only 5 cures of paralysis is fucking trash.
Is that the only attack that causes paralysis, though?
The shockwave, the needles, and her kicks.
So most of her attacks.
The kicks don't instantly cause it, only the shockwave does. The needles cause it in 2 hits, the kicks take 5. You'll be dead before the kicks get you with the paralysis. But, yeah, if you're trying to learn this boss and you're constantly getting paralyzed, I could see why you would get very upset in this game.
I have to say, this character reminds me of a very frustrating boss from the original Ninja Gaiden. Her name is Alma. To those who have played Ninja Gaiden, you know what I'm talking about.
I'll have to look that up after the video, because I do know this game takes inspirations from some of their past games, particularly Toukiden. Another one of my buddies, Ayla, he straight up says that, those basic demons that we always fight in the Onryoki are just straight up... Oh no, not the Onryoki, the Tengu are just wholesale ripped from Toukiden. Now, if you think all of this sucks dick, there is one last move that she is really mean about. When you knock her down, this can happen.
Man grab, yeah.
It heals her.
This is a pretty tough boss considering it's the second one.
Yeah, I feel like this should have been shifted back about 2 boss fights.
Yeah, who puts status effect issues in the second fight? That's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, and they only give you 5 times to cure it. That's not cricket.
Because game design 101 at this point would be, even by this point, the player is still trying to learn the game.
Yeah, that's why I said this level in particular has the highest turn-away rate.
I like her design, though, and as a boss I like her, it's just maybe just bad placement. Put her, like, 4th, maybe.
Yeah. I will say the game gets significantly easier past this point because of more stuff you unlock. But
I have to
man,
change clothes.
punching through this sucked.
Is that who I think it is?
I don't know. I can't tell you.
Is that Ieyasu Tokugawa?
I don't know. Still can't understand you, friend.
Whatever, dude.
I like his guardian spirit.
Now it's my guardian spirit. Or actually, he's like, now it's my guardian spirit.
I do like the cutscenes in this game. Like no animation, but the aesthetic is solid.
It is an odd choice to use a scratchy looking art style that it looks not Japanese at all for Japanese stuff.
I don't know. I think it conveys their ink art relatively well. That's just me, but then again, I'm not a game designer. As much as I'd like to pose as one, I'm not.
And that's what happened to me.
Wow, friend, you're kind of a jackass.
Why did you steal my spirit, Irishman?
Technically, it's not stealing, it's division of spirit. He divided his spirit with me so I can use his strength. This is some Japanese ass shit right here. So Travis, when was the last time you spear danced for your buddies?
When was that last time? 2 weeks ago?
Ah, you're a good friend. Iyasu?
Yeah.
So that is not
Don't interrupt the
Iyasu.
spear dance. Yeah, it's not. Do not ignore the spear dance. He's worked very hard on it.
By the way, I have one too.
I wish the dragon looked at him and went, bitch.
Calm down. Everything has been taken care of.
Let me get my drink on.
Get your fwick on.
Look at this fucking cat.
Oh.
Stupid fucking cat.
You know, Irish Geralt here didn't actually kill the boss. That was Hanzo.
Hanzo did all the work.
And gets none of the love. The ninja way.
Yeah.
Do you like that I tattooed this dick on my face?
I've always wondered what that was.
My mushroom stamp.
Did someone say female lead?
You're the rabbit baby!
I like this
Represent.
character.
God, I should have cleaned up before the party.
Are you blind, lady? He's clearly got white hair.
Could you say that in Irish, please?
Who are you?
I dislike the company of drunk samurai.
Hey! I am no samurai.
So a common drunk. Even worse.
Fucking burn.
She popped over the fence and went, bitch, and then lowered.
We don't know her name yet.
Why is everyone calling me a bitch today? Is it because I didn't kill the monster, right? I'm kinda useless, aren't I?
Hanzo just decided to do all the work.
Oh, Hanzo is just so cool.
Our reward for that is a fucking cannon.
I give you my hat and a cannon.
I have like 20 of these in the pack storage.
I never wear the same hat twice. Mamma mia, that's one spicy meatball.
Hand cannon. So, I haven't really discussed the firearms in detail. It's basically damage for mobility. With the hand cannon, you're not moving, but hoo boy. So, I mentioned it in the thread, but I feel like I mention it now. We did record the past 3 updates at once, but in between, a lot of my favorite video games released, namely La Mulana 2, and I spent a solid month playing that, along with Monster Hunter World. So I have a month of a gap to remember how to fucking play this game for my next recording.
Perfect. Play it that way. Play it rusty.
Hell yeah. I hope you enjoy the show next time.
Enjoy the slog. Ooh.
Where we'll have a new guest doing the work for William.